All right, everybody. Welcome to this video lesson. Make sure that you have paper and pencil out ready to copy as we're going to get started immediately. Okay? So first thing we're going to do, as we always do, is we're going to identify the name of our notes, which are system of equations with three variables, not part 1 though, not part 2, but part 3. We're doing part 3 this time, okay? So just a little bit more complex, right? Just a little bit more complex, but we got this, okay? We got this. So let us take a look at our three equations, and as Mr. Martinez always does, always, is he's going to highlight each equation in a different color, right? Just like this. All right, look at that. So what I want to do is I want to have everything be the same, right? Everything be the same number, right? Now, same variable as well, right? And I need at least two negatives or two positives, right? And then the third sign be the opposite, a negative or a positive. So I'm close here, as you notice with the y's. This is negative y, negative 6y, and positive 6y. So if I make this a negative 6y, it'll be two negatives and one positive. That works. Or if I make it a positive 6y, it'll be positive, and one negative. That works. So for myself, I'm going to multiply this by 6. And I'm going to leave it at negative 6y. 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times negative y is negative 6y. 6 times 10 is 60z. Is equal to 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Now the cool thing about this is, check it out. After I have multiplied that, this equation, guys, does not exist anymore. I am going to use this equation as my new red, right there. And now I can start my steps, okay? So step 1 says pick two equations, okay? Pick two that cancel out. So I'm going to pick red and blue because negative 6y and positive 6y will cancel each other out. So I'm going to say 12x minus 6y, 12x, whoops, that does not work. 12x minus 6y. What do I draw my y's to look like x's? 12x minus 6y plus 60z equals negative 36. Plus 60z equals negative 36. So I picked my red, and I'm going to pick my blue. 5x plus 6y minus 4z. 5x plus 6y minus 4z is equal to negative 8. Negative 8, right? So this does exactly what I wanted and canceled out those two. So 12x and 5x gives me 17x. 60z minus 4z is positive 56z. Negative 36 and negative 8 is equal to negative 44. Look at that. And that right there, kiddos, is my first pink equation. Okay? Step 1. Step 2 says pick another two equations. So I am not going to pick red and green because negative 6y don't cancel. So I'm going to pick green and blue, right? I'm going to pick green and blue. So my green says negative 7x minus 6y plus 8z is equal to negative 8. 5x plus 6y minus 4z is equal to negative 8 as well. And this does exactly as I planned. Boom. Negative 7x and positive 5x is 7 minus 5 is 2x, negative 2x. A positive 8 and negative 4, subtract 8 minus 4 is 4z, positive 4 because 8 is bigger. Negative 8 and negative 8, same signs. 8 plus 8 is 16, negative, because negative is bigger, right? And this is my second pink. Okay, and look at that. So step 3 says both circled equations, in this case, both pink equations. And I'm going to write them down right over here. Both pink equations. So I'm going to write down 17x plus 56z is equal to negative 44. And negative 2x plus 4z equals negative 16. Negative 2x plus 4z is equal to negative 16. Now, I have a problem here. These don't cancel. None of them cancel. So what I'm going to do, though, you see I have x here and x here, and I have a negative here and a positive here. I'm going to multiply this entire bottom row by 17, like that. And I'm going to multiply the entire top row by 2. So I'm multiplying them by each other. That by 2, and then this one by 17. Look at that. So I'm going to get a whole new set of equations, right? So I'm going to say 2 times 17 is equal to 34x. 2 times 56 is 112z is equal to 2 times negative 44 is negative 88. Okay? 17 times negative 2 is negative 34x. 17 times 4z is 68z. And 17 times 16, let me get my calculator here. 17 times 16 is 272, negative 272. And this, kiddos, does what my goal was. Just like that. So 112 and 68 are the same sign, so I'm going to add those two, and I'm going to get 180z. Okay. Negative 288 and 272 are the same sign, so I'm going to add, and I'm going to get negative 360. The opposite of multiplying by 180 is dividing by 180. So I get z is equal to negative 2. Look at that. I'm going to draw a better circle here. Let's go with purple. Z is equal to negative 2. Look at that. Took a couple extra steps, right? But we got there. Okay. Step 4 says plug in blank. Well, plug in z, right? Because I got z. So plug in z. That's what's going to go in there like this. Plug in z and solve. But I gotta pick one of my two pinks. So which pink looks easiest? Oh, I got a winner right here. This one's smaller numbers for sure. I'm gonna pick that z right here, this pink. So negative 2x plus 4, not z, parentheses, is equal to negative 16. Well, how much is z? Z is -2, and that goes right in there. Look at that, -2. So I draw my line of separation. 4 times -2 is -8, which immediately is going to come over as +8. So I'm going to be left with -2x, -16 plus 8. Different signs, I subtract. I get -8. The opposite of multiplying by -2 is dividing by -2, and I get x is equal to negative divided by negative as a positive, and I get 4. Right? There's my second variable. So I have z and I have x. Not coincidentally, step 5 says plug in blank and blank. That means x and z. Those are the two that I have. Into simple color equation. Simple color means one of the OGs. One of my original ones. And to me, the simplest OG, original, means is blue. 5x plus 6y. Let's see. 5x, oh no, I have x, plus 6y. And then, what's the z part? Minus 4z, minus 4, but no, we have z, is equal to -8. -8. Well, let's plug in our information. What is my x? My x is 4. That's going to go right in there. X is equal to 4. My z is -2. That's going to go right in there. Z is -2. -2, just like that. I draw my line of separation. 5 times 4 is 20. -4 times -2 is 8. And then 20 and 8 gives me 28. Which I'm immediately, kiddos, going to move over and make it negative. Oops, 28. Now I still have my 6y here. -8, -28 are the same sign, so I'm going to add them, and I get 36 negative because 28 is bigger. And the opposite of multiplying by 6 is dividing by 6, so I get y is equal to negative divided by positive is negative. 36 divided by 6 is 6. And there's my y. So my final solution is going to be x 4, y -6, z -2. And there you go. That is our solution. So took a few extra steps, right, to get to what we get to, but we got it. We were able to solve it. All right. So make sure that you rewind, or you paused, or rewind and then pause to make sure that you got every single step, right? But this is what the assignment is going to look like in your worksheet. Thank you for being here. See you next time.